The unseen visitor. The old farmhouse had always intrigued me. Nestled on the outskirts of town, it stood as a testament to a bygone era. Its wooden beams and rustic charm spoke of a history rich with stories. So when I had the chance to spend a weekend there, I couldn't resist. As I arrived, a sense of unease settled over me. The house felt like a living entity, watching, waiting. I dismissed my apprehensions, blaming them on the looming darkness and the creaking of the windmill outside. Inside, the air was heavy with the scent of dust and nostalgia. I explored the rooms, each filled with echoes of the past, faded photographs, antique furniture, and a lingering sense of forgotten lives. But it was the study that caught my attention, its walls adorned with shelves of old books and a peculiar collection of trinkets. Night descended, and the house seemed to come alive with unsettling sounds. My footsteps echoed through the hallways, and distant whispers danced at the edges of my hearing. I chalked it up to my imagination, the house playing tricks on my mind. As I settled into the study with a book, I felt a distinct chill settle in the air. The room seemed to darken, the shadows deepening. I glanced around, my heart racing, and that's when I saw it, a faint, ethereal figure standing in the corner. My breath caught in my throat as I stared at the apparition. It was a woman, her form translucent, her eyes hollow. She appeared lost, trapped between worlds. Panic surged, but I couldn't tear my eyes away. With each passing second, the figure seemed to solidify, its presence growing stronger. A voice barely audible reached out to me, a whisper from beyond. "Help me," it implored, the words tinged with desperation. Fear mingled with empathy as I cautiously approached. "Who are you?" I whispered, my voice barely louder than a breath. The figure's gaze met mine, and for a fleeting moment I saw a spark of recognition. "Elizabeth," she murmured, her voice tinged with sadness. Elizabeth, a name from the past, a piece of the farmhouse's history. I realized she was a lingering spirit, tethered to the house by unfinished business. The air grew heavy with sorrow as she shared her tale, a tragic love story that had ended in heartbreak and betrayal. As Elizabeth's story unfolded, I felt a strange connection, as if her emotions were seeping into my own. The room seemed to grow colder, the shadows darker as her pain filled the air. She spoke of lost dreams and unfulfilled promises, her voice a haunting echo of a life once lived. With a surge of determination, I asked, "What do you want from me?" Her gaze was pleading, her ethereal form trembling. "Free me," she whispered. "Release me from this eternal torment." I nodded, my heart heavy with the weight of her suffering. "How?" She pointed to the study's fireplace, where an old book lay open. The pages were filled with arcane symbols and incantations. "Perform the ritual," she urged. "Break the curse that binds me." With trembling hands, I followed the instructions, my voice shaky as I recited the ancient words. The air crackled with energy and the room seemed to vibrate. Elizabeth's form wavered and a brilliant light enveloped her. And then, as suddenly as she had appeared, she was gone. The room was empty, the shadows receding, as if the house itself was sighing with relief. The air felt lighter, the atmosphere less oppressive. As dawn broke, I stepped outside, the morning sun casting a warm glow on the farmhouse. The windmill turned lazily, a sense of serenity settling over the once enigmatic place. I had given Elizabeth her peace, and in doing so had forged a connection to the house's past. As I left, a whisper on the wind seemed to carry Elizabeth's gratitude. The farmhouse stood as a silent witness to the events that had transpired within its walls, a reminder that the past and present are intertwined in ways we can't always comprehend. And I couldn't help but feel that, in freeing Elizabeth, I had also set free a part of myself.